in space, yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate the only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange.
It's week 8 of the NFL. And this one features the versatile Cordero Patterson. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Bengals and the Browns on Monday Night Prime Time.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by the second overall pick from BYU, now in his second season, Zach Wilson.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Now the rookie fourth-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. Past the 20. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Cordero Patterson. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, trying to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. There's Wilson to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The do-it-all weapon, Cordero Patterson, coming back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this, because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Rodgers now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he goes out right around the 39. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
The Bengals at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
What a matchup we have here in the AFC North on this All Hallows Eve, otherwise known, of course, as Halloween. Kids probably shuffling home right now from trick-or-treating, all hopped up on sugar and ready to drive their parents crazy as these two old rivals get together here on this final day of October in a game that's been highly anticipated.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need some under pressure, and they got to him again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now a man who punted for the Browns in 2015, Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. This defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. Last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Looking long for Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Rodgers. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because
that's caught at the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 60 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Now it's Wilson. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now
this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd and inches, Rodgers. Another completion right back to Patterson. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Rodgers now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Patterson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome. drive over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
To throw again on second down, Rodgers. And his throw here's it. On that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Browns to take over. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson.
That's underneath to Pierce. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll run on second down with Cohen and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that's complete to Cooks.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Cohen.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Back to the ground with Pierce.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Damian Pierce
Taking it in from the 20. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
following the touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bengals set to take over. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Final minute now of the third quarter. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He finds his man complete. It's Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. From the 27, Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Michael Thomas. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done. Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On first down, Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. On second down, here's Pierce. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week. Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right? The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
How many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Cohen gets it again on second. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A well-executed 22-yard game. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now here's the option play going left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Zach Wilson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Browns get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This one left side caught by Patterson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rodgers now on 1st down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. He's gonna let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are gonna get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their... as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Throwing now is Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cohen. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Able to find Patterson. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. Rodgers to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw, Rodgers. And the ball is knocked out. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Now Rodgers. Seven yards there and a first down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.